I love this idea so much that I came back to do it again. But this time I'm high. So, one of my methods to success is is to feed myself two 10 milligram edibles every day, along with as many cigarettes that I can smoke and 2 cups of the strongest coffee I can get my hands on, which just happens to be a Vietnamese brand right now, which I don't remember. But I'm also waiting on a new batch of Catfight coffee, which is like my favorite coffee ever. They're from New Jersey, too. So what I've been doing over the past 2 months, 2 months, is I've been taking 2 doses of coffee, my cigarette intake, and also 2 edibles a day, 2 gummies. 10 milligrams because I can't get anything stronger from the store. I take one around 1, between 1 and 2, and then I take the second one around 8 or 9 because I stay up late. Working is what I call it. I mean, to me, it's work. A lot of writing. With my hands and pens and paper. But then I've been writing a lot on Facebook too. That's kind of fun. It's not the same as writing to myself, because writing to myself in my journals is, I can go further than I'm comfortable going on, say, Facebook. Because Facebook, you feel people there. You feel, I feel people watching. Like I was just writing something, I was actually doing this really cool experiment where I was using an Archangel Michael Oracle deck in conjunction with my Book of Demons. Specifically the demon Ammon. Because I wanted to see if I could take the oracle reading from the one and the warning of the other, and then put them together to make like a super message. And it worked. It was really cool. And I felt myself going really deep with it too, which was good because it was making me have to look at things inside my own head that are troubling sometimes. But doing projects like that is kind of like this type of confirmation that I really can do the things that I believe I can, which is good, because then I also get to put it in a public forum, so that I slowly corrupt the minds and souls of every person that could potentially look at it in the past, present, and future. Because I kind of look at it like flexing my intellectual, spiritual, philosophical, metaphysical muscles. And it's like a good stroke on the ego too. Especially when I'm writing something like really deep, and I can feel like the eyes of all the people I know on me, like right now. That this isn't too bad, but I can feel people looking, and I can feel the judgment. And I mean, you can equate that a bunch of ways, but I mean, to keep it, I guess, more down to earth, it's like it's my own the root sources of my insecurities are being triggered, and it's like sending messages to the surface. Stop! Ah, you're killing us. You're killing us. We're supposed to be hiding in the shadows. No, we don't want people to know that because that's embarrassing. People might judge. And the fucking cool part is that they do. They do without doing it. Because I can feel it. And like I said, like, we can look at it like an aspect of my own subconscious that's putting on the mask of somebody that I know or even don't know, and then my mind is just filling in the blanks with things that it already knows are true. But the cool thing about that is those things that it thinks are true, that's the point, is to trigger them up to the surface because it thinks that they're true, but they're really not true. And then that consciousness, that emotional consciousness that's attached to that particular insecurity then gets kind of like the fucking light shone in its face. It's like, fuck, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. God damn it. Means we're going to have to do this again. Like this. This is so uncomfortable. But it's not like this is my first rodeo. Like, in that other video, I was talking about how I used to work with Hugo Boss. And when I was working at the stores, especially the stores that weren't mine, and I was just kind of put there to fill in space, like I have conversations like this with people there. I can't just stay quiet and like just zzz. No, I'm a fucking blabbermouth a blabbermouth rat that has to fucking say all the stuff because I love hearing my own voice. But because all the things I say are the best, like it kind of soothes the rebellious spirit that is in some of the people that work there, because some people don't want to be there. So I don't know, there was times I was doing it that I was looking at myself as more like the cooler, in the sense that like I'd have to listen to everybody's shit and then deal with my own shit when I go back to my hotel room. And it'll only pay me $16 an hour as a key holder. That was like robbery. Oh, Derek, I know Derek loves going above and beyond. No, Derek's just doing what should be done. This is what everybody should be doing. Derek shouldn't be having anxiety attacks because people want to fucking walk the fuck out because they're not getting their paychecks or not being respected like human beings. Come on. So you gotta stand to the guy that actually respects people like human beings and treats them like human beings to save the day. But then at the same time, trying to squeeze every single fucking drop of life out of them. That's still a wound, by the way. I couldn't tell. It's alright. It's not personal. It's business. But I was just home. I was setting up an appointment with a reader for tomorrow. She's like really pretty, and I don't normally do that. Like, I don't really get my cards read by someone that's like hot. Well, that's, I mean, YouTube channels, but I don't know. I think this is like a one-on-one, so I like these. It's not often that I get to get a card reading from somebody else, because I have my own methods, and it's always, I have found that when I get a reading from somebody, it's always shit that I already know. But it's been a while, and I'm doing a science experiment. The last lady I had read for me, she was Romy, Gypsy. She's good. Her whole family was good. They were clients of mine. That family, like you can feel the magic coming off of them. Like, it's intense. I remember the first day I met them. It was like one of my first days working at at the Hugo Boss store by me. And they came in, but I could feel it. And they could feel it too. Because I remember the one of them gave me a reading right there. Whereas, and why I think that's significant is the fact that that's not something that normally happens to people, I don't believe. At least not for me. I'll take that back, because while working there, I got to talk with a couple psychics. And Jews. I even learned some Jew magic while I was there, which was cool. I don't know if I'd ever use it, but I mean, I like the idea of it. Makes sense why it works. She was teaching me a ritual on how to remove the evil eye. The Jewish way, the Israeli way. Oh, I just had this weird idea of uniting the Jews and the Gypsies. There's similarities, I say. Yeah, but before I came out here, I was thinking, I was trying to set up this appointment. Plus, I was marrying the light side with the dark side, using demons and archangels to prove that they could work well together. Which I think might be blasphemy. Well, it's either I think it's blasphemy in the sense that it goes against everything that all the religions teach, that good and evil can't be friends. But I don't normally like to take things on other people's say. I like to test out theories on my own. But it was good to see that I could do it. I felt really good about it. But then I got all filled up with all this stuff from my past life, my ex-wife. I saw her in my head getting really mad and making threats at me. So at that point, I've realized it was probably time to stop writing and come out here and start walking and talking. Because I let this phone charge for a little while the last video was uploading. And I'm supposed to get used to doing this, so... I mean, not that I'm not already used to doing it, but... And if you're gonna talk in a public forum saying smart shit, then you have to kind of practice talking in a public forum saying smart shit. And I'm not saying that anyone has to agree that what I'm saying is smart shit. I already know that what I'm saying is smart shit, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I really don't promote this channel. It's one of those things, if you build it, they will come, right? This is just for me. Well, same thing with that Facebook page, too, because I write to myself. I get triggering. I know that. I know there's times I'm writing and I hear people, I hear and feel people looking at it in the future going, is this motherfucker talking about me? You fucking talking about me, motherfucker? Hey, if you think I am, I guess maybe I am. Oh my god, are you talking about me? Yeah, sure. And I'm talking to me. Huh. Why is he quiet? Because I'm waiting for something to come through. It's not just say the words. I am. Say the words. Don't really worry about what's coming through, because it'll just fill itself in as you talk. Because you can actually just keep talking and not have to worry about it. You can just keep on saying all the words all day, all night long. Kind of like a filibuster where you don't have to stop. The only time you have to really stop is to breathe and eat something. But considering that we are where we are and there's no food or drink within arm's reach. Aside from that creek water over there, which I don't think really you want to drink, but aside from that, like there's nothing really else to do but to breathe and talk. So, and look at it this way too. Even if nobody ever sees this, which is kind of almost like a logical impossibility, well, a metaphysical impossibility, but even if nobody else hears this, then consider the fact that our cousin plants, they all breathe carbon dioxide, so you're doing your part to heal nature. Go you. Thanks. You're welcome. No, I think this is good for me. 100%. Why? Because, I mean, one, it's an outlet. Two, like my ex-wife used to call it, the Derek Show. Like, this is like my own private little Derek Show. I don't have to, what do you call it? I don't have to impress myself. I don't have to impress myself, and I don't have to make anybody feel bad or look stupid or, I mean, if anyone ever feels bad because of what I'm doing or feels like I'm making them look stupid, that's on them, not me. I make myself feel stupid enough I made myself feel stupid long enough where I started to realize, like, you know what? That's not really entirely the entire story. entirely. I feel like I want more coffee. I have a cigarette instead. Does it feel weird? Yeah, of course it does. Feels really weird. I come out here and do this when I'm by myself. Like, don't record it, obviously. I get a lot more theatrical. That's where I'm actually like living out the fantasies in my head. I come out here to live them out. Because the idea is, right, be the change you want to see. No one's going to fucking do anything for you. Do it yourself. So what I do is I imagine, it's not even that I imagine, I see who wants to come out. Like there's parts of me that are like in there that want to be out here. And they show me what they want to be doing. So then what I do is I walk on my stages and I demonstrate to my audience. But then at the same time, I'm kind of, I'm not diagnosed with schizophrenia or autism, and I probably wouldn't be. I'm just really smart. That's all it is. Too smart? I don't think there's such a thing. But I could see how that could be seen. I could see how that could be a thing. That's alright. No, what I'm seeing in my mind right now is people that I know watching this, all laughing. And then right there, they're like, what? Wait. Because that's what it feels like. Is like, you know that feeling like you're being watched? That's what it feels like. It's like, ugh. But I just let myself go with it. Okay, yeah, that's happening. This is happening. I don't know how long this is gonna go, by the way. Battery's already like half dead, and I can't see this going more than 40 minutes again, but I can definitely see it going 40 minutes. So what's with the headphones? With the headphones, there's actually music playing. Because the music is kind of fueling me. Because otherwise I get all like stumbly and mumbly, and I get all like twisted up. And start getting all at least with my headphones on, it's like, I don't give a fuck. because that's part of my normal routine. Is when I come out here, I got my music on, and then I start doing. I don't want to say show because it's not a show. It's called. You know what? It's like a take. Thank you, Amina. It's like a take on. Fake it or make it. I don't know. Fake it till you make it. That's what it was. Fake it till you make it. But what you're, hold on. Shit. Remind me in 10 minutes. That alarm's gonna go off again. Whatever. Fake it till you make it. So, like, there's a couple different approaches to that, right? Like, you go into, like, a job, a career, and then imposter syndrome comes over you and you realize, like, I'm not good enough for this. I can't do this. Everyone's going to find out that I'm a fraud. Everyone's going to realize I'm a fake, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And they're going to make an embarrassment out of me, right? So, it's almost like imposter syndrome. You got that kind of imposter syndrome, so you fake it till you make it. You're like, oh, no, I know exactly what I'm doing. Even though I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm not going to tell you that I don't know what I'm doing, because if I told you that I didn't know what I'm doing, then you probably wouldn't be listening to every single word that I'm saying. But, I mean, the nice thing to do about that is being observant of it, where you can see other people doing it, and then you just watch them do it, and just kind of pick up and go, okay, well, alright, guess I was right. So, then, this kind of fake it till you make it is kind of almost like acting, but not acting. It's like allowing those psychosis moments to fucking come through and actually like live out the shit that's going on in your head, which is totally dangerous because you lose it feels like you're losing yourself. But what comes out of it, at least for me, I can't speak for fucking nobody else. I don't recommend doing any of this shit. I fucking redline my fucking nervous system some days where I have fucking smoke coming out of my ears. But the reason I do that is because I know that it's going to heal back stronger. It's a trick I learned when I was a baby. I had a fever that fried my nervous system. I had a fever that fried my nervous system for 2 days. That almost killed me. But one day I was kind of questioning it, going like, why am I so sensitive to all this shit? Why am I so sensitive? I mean, not just to the stuff, but other people as well. Like, why, what the hell's going on? And it kind of came to my head. I'm like, well, that makes sense. If my nervous system got that fried as a baby that it almost killed me, and babies heal back from shit, so wouldn't it make sense that my nervous system would heal back stronger, making it more sensitive to its surroundings than it would normally be? That's how I see it. It fills in some logic gaps for me. It's the only, not the only, but it's an explanation. Like, for instance, well, what do I mean? I'm highly sensitive to intuition, that's for sure. This is, what I'm doing right now is based off an intuitive nudge when I was lying in bed and going, I gotta go for a walk now. I gotta go do that now. So you're impulsive. Yeah, yes. But I don't look at it that way. And why don't you look at it that way? Because I believe in God and the devil and all the other gods and all the other devils and demons and angels. Well, it's not even so much that I believe in them. Like, I know they're there. It's not a matter of belief. Like, I used to believe that they were real. Well, I used to not believe that they were real, and then I started to believe that they were real, but then it got to the point where I was believing in them so much that it was like, all right, well, why don't you just accept the fact that they're there, and then we'll see what we can do together. So that's what we do. So I don't really put God or Satan on a pedestal. Gotta put him on the... Take the hierarchy and put it on its side. Kind of neutralize it a little bit. This way one isn't any better than the other. And neither of them are better than me. I'm not really big into the idea of being someone's bottom. Unless it's in bed. But that's a whole different thing. What's it? It's a spam number. I think that if I'm right, then the song that's playing right now is a clip, has a sample from, yeah, there it is. It's Broken Chain by what the hell, man? It's DJ Mad Dog remix of Broken Chain. It's a hardcore song. It's a hardcore EDM song. But there's a sample from that movie Underworld where vampires and werewolves are real, but they live in the shadows. And the sample's from the scene where the head vampire, Marcus, I think that's his name, Marcus, he gets all pissed off because somebody broke the covenant. It's like, the chain is broken. You'll be shown no mercy. Which is funny because that's how I kind of feel about this situation, like talking about this type of stuff. Because when you go back in time and see all of the organizations like the Freemasons, the Golden Dawn, the Rosicrucians, like those guys, they hold on to a lot of stuff that they don't tell, well, not that they don't tell people about, but you have to actually actively go looking for it, for them to like give you their secrets, which I respect. I mean, it's like in the Bible, don't throw your pearls before swine because then they're going to trample them and then turn around and make fun of you. So that's what Marcus and the vampires are doing. They hide their secrets so that people don't know that they exist because they're too afraid to find out what would happen if people found out. But that's if we get into like some really heavy shit. I mean, vampires are real, werewolves are real. I howl at the moon. I practice witchcraft. But I also practice Jewish mysticism, paganism, divination, astrology, theurgy. Theurgy is actually kind of cool. Theurgy is the reason I can talk to gods. It's like, it's incredibly dangerous because it can fuck your mind. But theurgy, what theurgy is all about is communicating with gods. It's the art and science of talking to a god. But there's a trick to it. You gotta find it within yourself. That makes sense. You have to give them your body, pretty much, so that you can feel what it's like to be them and think what it's like to be them. See, right now I can hear Marcus in my head, like, this dude's pissed. How fucking dare you give these monkeys this kind of information? It's all over the fucking place. What are you gonna do? I just made it my job to, like, know these things. Oh yeah, because of course I made a job out of it. I mean, where the hell else who's gonna hire me to do the type of shit, the type of research and development that I do? Governments? Corporations? I have my own government, I have my own corporation, I have my own religion. Like, That's the purpose of me forming an entity, was to put a protective shell around all of my intellectual, philosophical, spiritual properties. And give them a house. Give them an invisible house to live in. That I call the Toxic Order, LLC. The sixes in LLC are silent. But within that bubble, there's a multitude of other entities that exist as well. 5D dragons. Conscious entities that are awaiting to be filled with purpose. Like toxic life solutions, toxic business solutions, toxic relationship solutions, toxic financial solutions. The Weird Science Foundation, which is one of my favorites, because the Weird Science Foundation is my nonprofit research and development firm that specializes in spiritual sciences, spiritual and occult sciences, both. It's like marrying the principles of the Sith and the ideals of the Jedi all into one. Why did the music stop? Because the alarm started going off, because you didn't remind me that the alarm was going off in 10 minutes. 31 minutes. I assume I got like 10 minutes left. Hold on. How much is left on here? 10% on the phone too. So maybe 6 minutes, because I think once it hits 5%, then the camera turns off. But I don't fuck around with it. Like, I take it seriously. And I take bits and pieces of what I've learned throughout the years in the fucking workforce, what I've learned about working for companies, and what I've learned about magic and metaphysics, and then apply it into one fucking thing. It's fucking genius. Like, I don't know. Like, I think I'm the fucking best thing ever. It's not even like I think I am. I know I am. That's the fucked up part. Is like, there's a great burden that comes with having an ego the size of mine. But it's not the worst. I'd rather have my ego than anyone else's, I think. I mean, the only person I can imagine that have an ego as big as mine is Elon Musk, but I think even mine would like surpass his. I believe that. I really do. Just like I believe that if I had to go to a therapist, I would end up having their job before we were done with the session. That's not a bad thing. That would be cool. I could see it. I could definitely see it happening. I'm not saying that it is going to happen, but I could definitely see it happening. Because even when I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Well, yeah, no, because, well, that takes some thinking. You have to think ahead. You have to think ahead in that situation. Like, ah, shit, did I just do something wrong? Yeah, but don't worry about it, because in the very near future, what you did that you thought was wrong is actually going to turn out to be right. Oh, okay. Yeah, so all you got to do is just sit through the shame, guilt, and fear of doing something wrong right now. This way, in like 5 minutes before this video is over, or even after it's over, you're going to feel 100% better. If you feel me. I feel you. All right, cool. So we're on the same page. Yeah. All right, keep going. Bored? No. No, I think this is a good use of my time, though. I've been lying in bed for the past 3 weeks trying to recover from my last stint with Hugo Boss, my last fight with Hugo Boss, and I can feel my energy coming back to me. But it's also that time of year, too, you know? We just came out of winter, so I gotta give myself a little bit of fucking slack. Only halfway through the second month of fucking spring. After the fucking hardest winter ever. Oh my god. I give myself pats for making it through. No, I'm just thinking about money right now. Money, sex, and food. How much I need all three of those in my life right now. I mean, I realized like all three of them. It's one of those things. Like once you're in the middle of it, then it's like, oh, all right, we're there. So it's not like. No, this song just came on. Slut Pop by Kim Petras. I fucking love this song. Radio show? That's what I was thinking too. I mean, I had that thought like years and years ago. Podcast. Yeah, I thought about that too. I mean, that would probably be smart. Because of how smart of all the things I say is, but. No, because I'm like into this song. It's all about being a slut. It's not my word, it hurts. Alright. Yeah, so I guess as this is gonna run out any time, any second now, but I don't know, I feel good. How do you feel? I feel great. Do you feel better getting all that out? Oh, totally. I would do it again too if I had more to come out, but I don't know, I think this was just enough. You sure? Anything else? Because the fucking thing's gonna die soon. Nah, let's fucking take it to the end, man. I don't know. That's not a ventriloquist act either. That's actually me just giving a voice to the other voice in my head. It's not completely different from disassociative. It's not completely. It's just that instead of embodying completely different personalities, it's just different aspects of my own personality. Yeah, so a couple more minutes. I don't know. I want something really expensive to eat. Like what? I don't know. Something that just like you buy it, you put the money down, and you're just like, damn. I remember a time that didn't even seem possible. I hope it's good. Then it's the sex thing. Whoa. I never had sex like that before. Oh my god, that was the most delicious and expensive thing ever. Let me have another. Because money's no object. It's a spirit. But when money speaks, listen. Okay. Because money's never going to lead you astray, as long as you trust. As long as you feel good about it. It's when you feel kind of grimy about it. That's when it's like, maybe you shouldn't do this. That's the hard part. That was the hard part that I had to get used to doing too. Is actually like trusting that the little voice in my head that was saying that it was money was actually money. It was like, all right, go do this, go do that, go invest in this, go invest in that. All right, you sure about this? Yeah, just fucking do it. Don't be a chicken shit. All right.